YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. How you doing, friends? Thank you so much for joining. It's been a busy morning, so I am getting us started a little late, but we're gonna get going, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Let's see. Um, hello. How you doing? Hello. Everybody coming in. Appreciate you joining. Let's see. Let's go. Let's see. How is everyone doing? Um, Michelle, I know if you jump on, I know you have just a little bit of time, friend. My apologies for running so late. Um, Literally, I called myself trying to take care of some business, and it took longer than I anticipated. So I figured it would not take that long, and it did. Hey, Michelle, how are you? You said I'm here. Um, Long story short, I got locked out of my Yahoo account, so my email account. So listen to anybody out here. No worries, I'm multitasking always. Thank you so much, friend. I'm gonna give this little bit of advice. I got locked out of my account, and my recovery email is my work email, my previous work email. I don't have access to that anymore. So I think they knew that. You said, "Oh no, yeah, yeah." I think this is a gotcha, so you can buy their premium services to recover your email. That's what they're doing now. So they have this premium package now. You have these IT services, and so they got me. They're going to get me rather because I can't get my email. And to be honest with you, my Yahoo email is like a old junk email now to this point because I use Gmail so much, so frequently for everything. So I'm really just doing it out of nostalgia. They know. They know. They know. They clearly know. They knew because I know they knew because when I was talking to her, there's no other number, no phone number, nothing else is associated with that account but that one email. So that's a gotcha. Yeah, I have multiple Gmail accounts. I have multiple. So it's really nostalgic that I'm trying to recover this Yahoo. So in order to recover it, I have to pay this fee of like it's like $8. Not crazy, but it's the principal and it becomes a monthly fee. You can cancel, but it becomes a monthly fee. So I need to hear. So she was rushing me. Well, I was rushing her because I was trying to get over here to kind of get to the bottom line. And then I realized I was like, "You're rushing too much. You're not thinking this through. Call back." And so I'm gonna call back because I never finished the conversation. So I was like, "Let me call back because I really do need to go." But at the same time, I was like, "What do I need to do?" I was like, "Okay, I see you guys. I see you guys. So now you guys know that I don't have access to this email. In order to get it back, I need to pay. And now you're making people pay for this premium IT recovery service at the end of the day. So that's pretty much what's happening. I was like, well, what happens with this? And then I need to make sure I have control over being able to change it in the future because it seems like I'm gonna have to go through them to recover my account again. I was like, I don't like the setup there. So anyway, hello everybody. Good morning for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. This is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency, and you guys are catching me at a moment where I'm like, ugh. But good morning, everybody. I was dealing with some technical support, and it was being very challenging. I'm a little annoyed by it, but it is all good. Um, Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. If you don't mind liking the live and subscribing to the channel, that would be awesome. My moderator, yes, Michelle Crochet, she is here also. She's been patiently waiting for me to start, and so I'm here now. And so I appreciate everybody who's joining. So I am going to get going relatively quickly because I am running super behind on the TikTok side, and they're going to start texting me too. They texted me the other day. It's like, "Where are you?" so, so I was so behind. They were like, "Doc, what's going on? Are you starting today?" And So now I'm gonna have to recap my delayed but not denied story over here as well. Yes. Well, I know you had messaged me. They messaged me. Oh my gosh. I was like, ah. So this is where I need to think about my timing. I have 4 minutes. Okay, Fred, I totally understand. I was like, okay, Michelle is probably going to have to leave shortly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I am pushing the limits here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all. I had a little technical issues this morning that did not get resolved. So I'm going to keep pressing forward. So thank you so much. Hello, friends coming on into the live. I appreciate you guys. I did not do any of my pre-setup stuff at all, but it is okay because I'm just here. Hello, D's Digital. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get started over here as well. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you all for tapping and sharing. I appreciate you coming in. And then my phone's running hot. Hello, friend. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate the compliments. We're going to get going in a second. You guys catching me as I try to get set up. Hello, Miss Darlene. How are you? Hello, friends. Hello. Love your hair. Appreciate you, friend. No, I cannot. Appreciate you being here. So let me say this. Let me give my disclaimer for my YT people. You guys know my YT people. They come in and sometimes they're very talkative. Sometimes they're not. So you guys are always on it and you're coming in, you're greeting, you're saying hello. My YT people, you guys greet on occasion, okay? But I appreciate you all. So let me say this. Let's housekeeping for my YT folks. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. This is a professional channel. Let's keep the topic focused on live streaming. We're going to talk about the agency as well. Let me know if you have questions. I do co-stream on TikTok so that I'm able to make this a recording for all of you to go back to and look at. Hello, guys. Good morning. How are you? I'm doing well. I started off late, y'all. I have to kind of give my backstory. I started off late because I was dealing with here's I'm going to say this to you all, so just be mindful. If you guys have any, so first of all, I'm a Gen Xer. So when it came to email, that's where this conversation is going. When it came to email, like many of us, who was our first email account? It was like Yahoo. Yahoo was like one of the first email accounts out there. So I have a Yahoo account. I don't use it. I use Gmail 90% of the time. So my Yahoo account has become kind of my junk mail, subscriptions, that type of stuff. When you kind of sign up for stuff, I use the Yahoo for that. So a lot of stuff that's in there that I don't need. On occasion, you got somebody who will email you and it's about business or something you need to take care of. That's like some old account stuff. And I'm like, okay, so that's what my Yahoo is. Well, what's happened is that my Yahoo account, my recovery email for my Yahoo, was associated with my previous employer. And well, in all fairness, actually 2 employers ago. So it's not the most previous, it's the second. So it's 2 previous employers ago. And so that was the recovery email and I had never changed it. Okay. Hello, friend. I never put my cell number. I never put my Gmails. I never did any of that. So cautionary tale to all of you all. If you're sitting here now and you have an old email account, thank you all for the gifts. I see you all. Appreciate you. If you have an old email account, go in and put a new recovery email. Here's why. Okay. So why is obvious. You need to be able to access it. So that's the real why. The other why is it's not on. Good morning. Was not on yesterday 4 p.m. Did I miss anything? Let me think. You might have. But let me think. So cautionary tale for you all. Here's what Yahoo is doing. They have it set up where now you have to pay for their premium IT tech support services if you want to get tech support. You got to pay a monthly fee. Okay. So if you are ever looking for any type of technical support, revamp emails, yes. If you ever looking for, thank you so much, Michelle, appreciate you. If you are looking for technical support, you now have to go in and change it so that you want to change it now so that you can recover, you can do all the things to make sure you can manage it because now you have to pay for technical support. So I need technical support. And so it was a long morning where they were trying to get me to do some biometrics to make sure that I could verify my identity and all this other stuff. And then once they finally got into my account, they knew the deal because I only had one email that was the recovery, which was a previous employer. And they knew. So you could see I started the account when Yahoo started back in '95. So it's an old account. So at the end of the day, you got to pay for tech support. So that's my cautionary tale. If you don't want to have to cover, if you have to recover your email, if you ever need any support, you got to pay for it. Okay, so just know that that is part of it. So just be mindful of what you're doing if you're gonna have an account like that. Good morning, everybody. So that took longer than I wanted. Yes, so I did. Wow. Yes. I haven't did it. I had to get off the phone with her because she was taking too long to get to the punchline of you need to pay. You said 95 too. And so that was the punchline. You need to pay if you want this email back, sweetie. That's what she pretty much was telling me. and and that was what I was gonna have to do. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me figure this out. I'll call back. I'm glad I never had them. You never had Yahoo? Really? Yahoo, AOL. So these are my people who've been in the email game for a minute. Pay for what? So I was sharing how my email, my first email in college was Yahoo. I had gotten a Yahoo account. Why join a creative network agency? Oh, Yasmin. Yasmin said, what's this about? Why are you talking about Yahoo? Get to this here. He said, wow, Yahoo. Yes, yes, right. Okay, let me answer Yasmin's question. Because Yasmin said, I'm here for the question on the table. I just wanted to learn, friend. You are fine. You are in the right room. Thank you so much, friend, for being here. That's what this is all about. So I do talk about the agency. So I am officially a creator network agency. TikTok approved me. Thank you for the rose. TikTok approved me in August. So we've been growing as a community. And so what I am doing, what I do is support TikTok, essentially not hired, deputized, that's what I usually say, agencies to support creators that are going live. So, and Creator Network is the program. If you go on your live, do you go live, Yasmin? Let me know if you go live, friend. But if you go live, um, you'll see on the Live Center, the homepage for live, one of the options towards the bottom is Creator Networks. And so the network is essentially helping you with training, hosting strategy, monetization strategy, incentives for you to go live in terms of different challenges, kind of helping you understand how TikTok campaigns operate and the monetization operates, as well as advocacy if your account is in violation or banned. And so I, as an agency, provide that support. I do weekly meetings on Sundays. Every Sunday at 6:30, we go over on Zoom and we have a weekly meeting. I also offer, I did a training yesterday for my beginners. It was really great. So we had a training yesterday for beginners. So I offer a lot of training support. I go live twice a day. So I usually bring topics here and we'll talk about that as well. And then if you have questions, so many of the people in the agency, they come back, ask questions. So I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. And then I have a school account where there's resources, school community rather, and a WhatsApp community for people. And we have groups here on TikTok. So we are doing big things. I'm so proud of everybody. It's been a great experience. So just know creator networks are free. It's free support. TikTok pays you and TikTok pays the agencies. That's essentially what happens. When you go live, you are getting diamonds and rewards through the Scale Live Rewards. TikTok pays you up to 53%. TikTok takes the 47%. With that 47%, they cover a couple percentage to the agency. And so really the agency is just there to support you in your journey. Okay, so that's what it is. If you are interested, you can click the link in the corner. You can apply. TikTok does have requirements in terms of if you're eligible. So you got to determine if you're eligible. Well, I would have to determine if you're eligible by what TikTok has in there. If you're already with the agency, you cannot join another one. If you, I gotta catch up on comments too. If you already joined an agency, you cannot join another one. If you're not in the US or Canada, my agency is eligible for the US and Canada only. If you are, what are some of the other criteria? If you are, I'm checking. If you are in violation, you can't join our agency either, okay? This is the only platform I've had unless you count Facebook. That's fine. funny. Hi, Petra. Good morning. Hello. Yahoo Finance is asking me for a second email through those so that they can put you a lot. So they put a lot I have. Yeah, so that's true. Yeah, finance. Thank you for the taps. I see you, Richard Sunflower, every day at 8:30 a.m. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Look at you, friend. I love it. Not staying long, getting ready to take everyone to the free outdoor concert. Awesome. Do I have Bitcoin and Yahoo? I do have Bitcoin and Yahoo Finance. Oh, okay, good. So yes, awesome, Petra. Hello, good morning. Wow, thanks. You're welcome, friend. Appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions. If you do apply, I'll check and see if you're eligible. But all that is what my agency offers, friend. I don't have requirements. I just have strong encouragements. That's what I tell people. So you are not required to do anything but just go live. And then I tell you other tips and strategies to improve your live stream, help you go live, help you earn more, all the things. How you doing, Granny D? Thank you so much, friend. Thank you all. So you guys caught me this morning. I came on ranting about my situation. So hopefully it gets better. I think I'm gonna end up having to pay the tech support fee in order to get my email back up and running, but we'll see how that goes. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, TikTok changed the screens a little bit. Did you guys see that? Wait, maybe when you go live, you'll see it. But TikTok has the Fantastic Journeys going on right now. That's the campaign there. They changed my little boxes. All the little boxes are a little different for us nowadays. Oh wow, look at there. Even the little house is in a different place. Anybody go live today? Have you guys seen this? Our setup is a little, well, at least my setup's a little different on the top banner. So they changed it to have these like smaller, thinner boxes. Do you guys see that? Let me know if you said I did. Yeah. And then they have the little house in the corners, not right under the power button. It's like a little bit lower, your analytics to see if you're live. Okay. I'm about to go live soon. Yeah. So it's slightly different. I like it. It's a little neater. I like it. Yes. Yes, I did my stretch live at 6:30. Ooh, you did it on the live stream. So you're doing mornings now, Dr. Trish. Awesome. How you doing, some sugar? Hello, Edeners. How you guys coming in? TikTok filtered somebody. Go ahead and put your comment back in for me. TikTok filtered somebody. So let me know if you have questions though. Um, Saturday. Oh, you're doing your live Saturday? Okay, so that's awesome. What? Richard, I think I was talking about the boxes up here. Are you talking about that? Is that what the what is for? Yeah, TikTok changed our layout a little bit on the screen, which is not bad. It looks good. I think it looks good. It's a little neater for us. These little thinner boxes now. When they do the what do you call it? The uh, TikTok universe red stripe is going to cover your information there, which is probably not the best position to have it in. But yeah, so that's there. Thank you all. Come on in. Let's see. No filter. Okay, gotcha. Uh, yes, because my semester, oh, your semester shifted starts soon and I'm going to have to shift. Yes, my life schedule. Okay, so you're going to be a morning time person. Nice. I love it. How you doing, Coach Chantel? How are you, friend? Come on in. Oh, look at TikTok. 8:30. What is this about? TikTok. That's interesting. They have join TikTok. They have a Zoom meeting, live growth webinar. Okay, look at TikTok. They have it set up where you can see, you can sign up for different webinars right in on the screen. I like that, TikTok. I like that. Oh, that's why I put the wrong email. That's why I didn't get the confirmation before. So you can sign up for webinars. Some of that is there. I don't know if that's just on the business account. Um, let's see. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is a webinar you guys can sign up for right here in terms of growth strategy. I'm gonna sign up for it. If you guys see it, definitely sign up and see how you can join stuff like that. Oh, they're talking about the different campaigns. That's what this webinar is going to talk about. So Yeah, they're going to talk about the different campaigns. Interesting. So they're coming up with different ways to kind of have you sign up directly in the live. So they have a different webinars you can sign up for that are going to show up here. So that's pretty awesome. I like that. They're really trying to make sure people are getting as much information as possible. I like their format. They're treating this as a business. This is good. And I don't know if this is because I have a business account that I'm seeing stuff, but that's a webinar I just signed up for. Your people in room has points showing as well. Oh, tell me more. What you see, Dr. Trish? You see something in terms of how points are showing up for people? Oh, and TikTok gave me the flash code. Flash code shows up differently as well. Interesting. Oh, it's the heart me. Okay, TikTok. I see you. TikTok says the heart me is going to be today. That's great, but I signed up with the digital marketing. I don't know what that is. That was in your live. This is for TikTok though, Petra. So I see new things on my screen. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. She will. Yeah, it's a different format. They're having it so that it's a little neater. I think it's gonna be a little busier, to be honest with you, because there's stuff changing constantly. But we'll see. Hey, Diamond. Thank you so much, friend. How are you? That's different. Yes, harder to read. Yeah, a little bit. I would agree. That's why I said that line there is going to be problematic when you start seeing the universe scroll across. It's going to cover it. Little narrow boxes. You kind of, yeah, it's a little different. I don't know if I like it, but yeah, this place is constantly changing. I'm going to do, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna do stretch and strength lives, and I'm gonna continue my empathy education in the afternoon. Ooh, I love it. So the empathy education was a series for the month of August. Is that how you're doing it? One dang thing set my heart me without asking first. That's okay. That is totally fine. We'll figure out how TikTok treats me today. Thank you all for engaging. I see you all. If you don't mind, go ahead and put in go live sticker for our Daily Heart Me folks. Let's put that in the chat. We're going to put go live. I came on. Oh my gosh. I swiped myself out of TikTok. How did that happen? I swiped myself out. Wait a minute. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. My phone. Is it pressing a button? Something's happening where my phone keeps swiping me out. Okay. Go live. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Look at you guys pulling the stickers out. My other account had a good co-host live with a well-known tech person. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You're under Her Merchant. Okay. I was thinking you were under She Will. Okay, so your other account did it. You said that yesterday. That was the person who came in your live yesterday. Perfect. Um, that's awesome. I was talking about that yesterday, actually. So Dr. Trish, you asked what was news. I said we talked about a lot of stuff yesterday because I was trying to make sure I gave a little more information, especially for my new people. So we talked about the multi-guest feature. That was something where we ended the live, kind of giving a little bit more training on the multi-guest. One thing you guys need to know, and I don't know, I think the real life glam closet. Did I say the real Glam Life Closet? I always say life before. The Real Glam Life Closet. Her name is Iridescent. She came up as a multi-guest just to kind of talk through the feature. Something I wanted to point out to you all. I don't know if it's urban legend. I don't know who started this. I don't know where it came from. I'm just going to be honest with you. It could have been the case back in the day where the host had to let the person down for them to get their points, to get their rewards as a guest. You know how you have to disconnect the person? It's almost like when you have somebody who comes into your home as a guest and you walk them to the door and you open up the door for them to let them out. And you close the door behind them. I think of it from that perspective. I don't know if that was the case where you had to hit the button to disconnect them and let them down from the live. It might have been. Maybe that was the case. That's not the case anymore. Okay? The person can let themselves out. They can hit disconnect, let themselves down, and still get their points. It pops up on the screen for them. It says how long they've gone live, how many points they've gotten. The points does not equate to, you said that's good. It does not equate to diamonds that they receive. They get a percentage. They don't get all that. Those Those then come in to their system notification as rewards that they received, and it shares what they've earned from that guest spot. Okay, so but they can let themselves down. You don't have to do it. Just for the record, I'm going to repeat that a few more times because I think people have kind of said it over and over again. It's kind of repeated itself as now the host has to disconnect them. That is not true. You said that's great. Yeah, that is not true. You do not have to disconnect them. So I want to start here. Thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it, friend. So I want to start here by saying that because I know that's kind of been like the urban legend. Like you always have to disconnect the person. You do not. Okay. Let me come back in the other account for your flash call. Okay. Thank you so much, friend. And so we do have the flash goal going on right now. Hey, how you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? I need to respond to your message. I'll respond to your message. I think you asked multiple questions, so I have to go back and respond. I'll go back and respond. If you want to put any of those questions in the chat, feel free, and I'll respond in real time. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you, Raz. Hugo, is that it, Raz Hugo? Thank you so much. I appreciate all the gifts. Let me know if you guys have questions. We will. I'll answer questions as well as we go. We do have the flash goal going on. We got 6 of 16. You are more than welcome to support the flash goal. So thank you so much if you're coming in. Appreciate everybody stopping through. Hey, I have to say, I am so impressed with everybody who is going live. You guys are doing big things. Okay, you all send the heart me so we can knock out that flash goal. There we go. Left you a VM on WhatsApp. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna check over there too. Okay. Okay, but did you hear about the 70K for 2 days in a row? Is that decent? I'm not sure. First of all, that is very decent. Here's what's happening. Just so let me unpack that a little bit for you, Vibe Wellness Woman. You are rocking and rolling. I'm gonna say that first and foremost, okay? You are rocking and rolling. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Raymond? Thank you so much. I hit 90 hours live here on this new account this week. You all are, both of you are rocking and rolling. All of you are rocking and rolling. Everybody's doing their thing. So just the multi-guest feature is what you covered. No, I covered a lot. I did. Because there was you know how you guys have questions? So there was a lot covered. But I remember that was distinctive to talking that through because Iridescent came up as a guest. But let me see if there's anything else I covered because I was more or less sharing tips because I had the meeting at 6:30, so I was making sure I helped people that way. And then I had a few people join, so part of the conversation was helping new people as well. We all hustle. Y'all are rocking. I love it. Okay, so Vibe Wellness Woman, really quickly, let me unpack what you said. Let me unpack. What did you miss? I'll recap what I just said in a second too. Thank you for recording, listening to it to see what I need to know. Okay, perfect. I will do. Really quickly, when it comes to the 70K diamonds, so TikTok will send those updates at the end of your live, and you'll see it. It's not. It's pretty much sharing that you are earning 70K. You've earned the 70K mark of diamonds. TikTok actually will send you a message every 10,000. So you should have been seeing that you should have saw for 60, you should have saw 50, you should have saw for 70. So this week you're in the 70K range. That's what's happening. So you're getting those notifications at the end of your live. And you'll probably get it all of the every day you go live this week. I think that's how it works. Or after you've gone over 70, maybe 71K or whatever. But essentially TikTok is just sending you, hey, you are earning, you're doing well, you're doing well with your live stream. So that's what's happening. How you doing, Chris? How are you, friend? Thank you so much, guys, for the daily heart meets. I appreciate it. I think we're 9 of 16. I appreciate everybody supporting. So that's what's happening. Just like She Will just said, she got to the 90. Was that the 90-hour mark? I think that's what you shared, friend. That she's gone. Was it 90K hours? What did you say? You said something pretty significant. 90 hours live. So she's getting that message at the end of her live. So you're getting the 70K message. She's getting the 90-hour message. So TikTok, again, when you hit those 90 hours, yeah. So yes, 80 hours for you. Okay, so like I said, every 10, it's like almost like a nice milestone. So it's recording those milestones for you and letting you see that you're in that range. Okay, so what's happened is over the time you've gone live, okay, you've made 70K diamonds. That's essentially what it's saying. 70K diamonds. So that's awesome. And then the 90 hours, the 80 hours, yeah, that's what's happening. So that's awesome. They used to have a screen, and I don't see it anymore. They took it away. It used to be badges. You could see your progress. You could see your progress. I don't see it in the Life Center anymore. I'm gonna go and snoop around. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's somewhere else. I don't think it is. They used to have a screen where you could see you had little badges, kind of like the way they do that pop up until you've hit this milestone. They had a little badge that you can go back and track where you're at and what your status was. Thank you so much, Chris. And oh yeah, 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 yeah. So when it comes to trigger words, there's no dictionary, there's no encyclopedia I can go to and say, oh, here are all the trigger words. So I was going to tell you that in a voice message. There's no place I can go. What we do know is that there are words that you'll see. It's a telltale sign that you said a word, you said something that was problematic. Sometimes they'll send a restriction too, especially if you don't have your content disclosure on. But you said something that triggered, you saw a drop in your people in the room. So that's one of them. That's a word. You cannot say illicit drugs. You can't. There's like even some of the, what do you call it? Street terms, street names for them. Don't say them. Don't say them. Don't say them. Don't say them. I'm gonna tell you that now, because I haven't had it happen. I've had multiple people tell me they've said it, and they were like, didn't think anything of it. It was like just the everyday term that people use. I think somebody said they actually had a restriction that popped up on their screen, but you definitely see it dropping your numbers. So don't do it. So those are some of the things you want to be aware of. Drinking on the camera. What does like 70, 90, etc. turn into? How can you check your own amount so far? Like I said, there used to be badges. The only way you can do now is look at the live analytics, and you can see what your remember I told you guys to go back and look at your 7 day, 28 day, 60 day. You could check it that way. But they send like this little message saying, congratulations, you've hit this milestone. And so that's what Vi Wellness Woman got. She got some kind of, at the end of her live, it was a screen that popped up, and it was like it's like some little elevator music that pops up. Ding, 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 ding. That it makes when you hit some certain milestones. Um, I get it after some of my lives. Yes, yes. So you should get it. Yep, you should get those little notifications. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you so much, Emer. See your friend. Chat later. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Good morning, sweetie pie. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you for the daily heart, me friends. So yeah, they'll sing you that music just to kind of show that you've made some progress in your live stream. This week's theme is Decision Shaped Destiny, noon central. Love that. Decision Shaped Destiny. Ooh, like that a lot. Thank you so much, everybody, coming in. Appreciate you. Let's see. Let me catch up. You said I'm I'm petty with TT and telling community 1 second, even though I'm an adult, I have to excuse myself to drink. Yeah, yeah, it's bad. Who's that? Yes, our resident DJ, our resident DJ, Raymond. He got some violations for drinking on the camera. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday. He was saying, "Hey, Doc, I got some violations." It's because drinking on the camera. That was what the violations were. I asked him what he get them for. I would have mentioned it if he told me that in a lie, but he didn't say what it was until after in my inbox. But you cannot drink on the camera. There's several people I need to send messages to because I'll see them sometimes. I'm like, oh, they're drinking. And you said, I'm like, TikTok, please don't mess with them. Please don't. And sometimes TikTok does not. I don't know the rhyme or reason. Some people will get a notice like he got a violation, and some people do not. And he says he has on the audience control because of the music and stuff. But I don't understand it. I really don't. One of our friends, she picked up her wine glass. I was like, oh my Lord. I checked this morning to see if there was any violations in the system. It wasn't. So hopefully everything is going smoothly for everybody. My throat gets dry because we talk a lot. Mine do too. I get it, friend. I do. Yes, thank you so much. Hello, Kim Loves Jones. I see you. The AI just doesn't always catch it. There's billions. Yes, true. That's true. That is very true. Billions of people on this platform. That's fair. That's fair. Some people get caught, some people don't. Vibe Wellness Woman, did you want to come up, friend? I see where you send a request. Let me know. Very good to hear you explain that right and wrong. Happy to come in all the corrections to us all. Thank you so much, friend. I see a lot of people drinking a lot. I know. It just happens, and it is random because, like I said, he got it. I haven't heard anyone, and I've seen people drinking. Just so that y'all know, I've seen y'all. But he got it. He got the violation for it, and he had to appeal it, and they approved his appeal. So yeah, oops, no accident. Um, oh no, you said oops, no accident. Oh, so you meant to do it. Let me accept you. My phone's running hot. Hello, friend. How are you? By wellness, did you do that on purpose? Maybe you did. Was that an accident? You said no.
Okay,
Yeah, I can hear you.
can you
Okay,
hear me?
I can.
Okay. Yeah. At first I said, well, no, that's okay. But then I thought, no, let me just, I did have several questions. I can't remember what they were now. It's out of sight, out of mind. But in general, I can't say my experience has been in watching other people. There have been people I've seen drinking, and I don't know if they end up being violations or not. All I know is that they're still on drinking. But it's just so unhealthy because for my particular demographic, dehydration is a real issue.
It is.
It's a real issue, and it's dangerous. So what I do, and I don't know if I'll get a thing for that or not, but I have a cup on the side, and I have a straw, and I go over off camera and suck the straw real quick and come back. And I don't know if that's a problem or not. They don't see the glass, they don't see the straw, they just see me moving over to the side. But I did want to, and that was the question. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, I did my live outside, and I forgot to bring my phone charger with me. So I didn't stop the live, but I carried the phone with me and just to right inside of the patio to get the charger, and came back. And about 40 seconds later, they said I had some kind of restriction and I needed to close off the live, or I needed to start the live over, otherwise they would close it down or something. And the only thing I could think of was that I did that. Are you not supposed to move when you are on live? Are you supposed to stay stationary?
Well, wait a minute. Where did the restriction come from? Was it? It wasn't in the chat, was it?
No, it came up on my screen.
Okay, it was on the middle of your screen. Okay, I was just making sure that the way you said it sounded like the one that sends that people
No,
are pranking.
it was in my on my screen. They said that I needed to close down, otherwise I run risk of being restricted from doing lives.
Were you able to appeal it?
Um, I shut down, so there's no restriction. They didn't. They just threatened restriction if I didn't close off the live and start over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. So what did you do? You got up and you walked.
I got up and I was still on live, and I moved over just for a second to get my. I was on camera the whole time. I was on camera. I never left the camera, and I was just talking. I didn't say anything, so it wasn't like it's something I said. And the numbers didn't go down in my live as well. In fact, right around that time, I had about 50 people.
Right.
But he said that if I didn't close it, that I might get restricted from doing lives. I thought, okay, well, let me just start over again. And I did. But I don't know what it is I did. This is the kind of thing that drives me crazy. It makes me paranoid because you don't know. And it's almost, it's interesting. It's a form of terrorism. So I don't know. But I meant to tell you that when I left you the message yesterday that had happened. And as far as the D thing is concerned.
Oh well, let me respond to that real quick.
Yeah.
I did a video about pausing the live. Now I need to do a recap video or a response video rather to somebody who had a question. You could pause your live up to 6 times in a session, and you have a 5-minute pause you can use. I think that may be something we need to normalize using. Just pause the live. Pause it, get what you need, go to the bathroom, get your water, or drink your wine, whatever you're doing. Don't drink your wine. But do whatever you need to do. And just pause the live. I think we just need to normalize that because that is so you can do 6 times, up to 6 times throughout your live stream.
Okay, that's good to know. When you pause the live, are you penalized in terms of viewers dropping off?
No, you tell people. No, I don't necessarily see a drop. I've only paused a few times here and there, but you know, we accidentally pause lives all the time because if you swipe out, you pause the live. But just recognize you shouldn't see a drop. You just tell people, hey guys, I have to pause for a quick second. Let me run and do this real quick or whatever. You just say you gotta pause for a second. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And just pause your live. You click the three dots in the lower right corner, the more option. Click that, and then you can scroll down and you'll see pause the live right there in the center. But I think that's what we need to do. Just pause your live. Don't risk, TikTok saying whatever. Don't risk that puzzle piece popping up. That's the other thing. That's what I said in that particular video because that puzzle
Yeah,
piece pops up randomly.
I saw that, and I thought there was something wrong I was doing but then I thought, okay, no, this isn't quite right because there are people engaging in the room. At that time, there were like 80 something people in the room. There were people were giving gifts. I couldn't figure out, and then all of a sudden the puzzle piece.
It comes up. I see it as being random as well. People say maybe the chat isn't moving enough. I've heard that as a reason. I'm like, I've seen the chat moving. I'm tapping. I'm scrolling. I'm talking. I've seen it
Right.
all, and I can't understand that. So I think it really is a random occurrence. And so if you pause your live, ideally that shouldn't show up, because the live is paused. So just know that yeah, just get in the habit of pausing live. Now, Nika said it was a fluke for you. I think it might have been a fluke that you moved around or whatever got
Mm-hmm.
caught in the screen on the AI. Maybe something it picked
Maybe, I
up.
don't know. It's a bunch of plants and a pool and a bunch of
Yeah.
patio chairs. There was no one naked sitting out here.
Yeah, I know. It's like caught somebody thigh.
There was no one without clothing.
Okay.
I don't know. You see, this is what I'm saying. It sounds so ridiculous when I'm telling people about the
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah.
I just say, go visit my profile. I don't know what else to say. I know you had suggested something. I don't
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, I think that was one of the questions you asked as well. I think what you're saying, go visit your profile is fine. Do you turn on the Service Plus? Have you activated that yet?
I thought I had it activated, but what you were talking about, I don't think so now I guess I need to go find it because I don't think I do. I thought I had it activated, but I don't see where it is if I do have it activated.
Yeah. So you could so go to the Live Home Center and you see all the
Okay.
different boxes under the tools and resources. Service Plus is there. It's also located under the monetization programs. When you go on the tools side and scroll under those monetization programs, Service Plus is there as well. I say activate it because I think what is Service Plus? Give me 1 second, Rich. I'm gonna explain it real quick, but for my thought, um, if you activate it, I think that's a good way to talk about, and you can pin your bio, your information, so you can tell people, hey, here's my Service Plus. You can go ahead and click that so you understand some of the services I offer. You also can go into my bio to learn more about me, and if you go
But it's
to
okay if you direct people
to
to
the Service Plus,
another place in time
you can
other than
you can
here.
direct them to your Service Plus so you can listen, see the different
Right. And
services you
then,
have available.
okay, and then the Service Plus designations, it allows you to direct people to another place in time.
It does because you're gonna put those frequently asked questions. So a person might say, "How do I get a one-on-one with you?" That's a
Right.
frequently asked question.
Okay, I
You
do that
can,
a lot. Okay.
you can put a response there. Go to my stand. Go to my beacon. Go to my, yeah, yes. So you should be able to do that. I will say this. It was funny because with the agency, somebody, my process is that you get my website, you put your contact information, and then you'll be able to get the links to my essentially to my communities. I put the word link, LINK, in the inbox message to somebody. It filtered it did not let that message go through.
Oh, I haven't had that yet.
It did not let that message go through. It gave a error message, a warning, a little message saying this. So you
What
can't
about
put the word LINK in the
okay?
inbox.
What about people giving you their email address? Is that a no?
They can give you email. You know what? Speaking of let me just share this with you real quick too. What word it did allow to go through? What website it did allow to go through? Because our websites are not clickable. Somebody asked me in the inbox message like, "Where's the Coin website?" And I was like, "Oh, you can go to TikTok's website, tiktok.com/coin," and I typed that into them. It made that hyperlinked. and took
Yeah,
them to the
because
porn website. I was
it's
like,
the
oh.
TikTok. Yeah, it's in the TikTok world. You know,
Well, yes,
right?
yeah, I get it, but I was like, okay, y'all got a lot of nerve. Y'all can have clickable links, but
In
we
the
can't.
same place and time. Relief is another place, another time. I don't even like to say OFF. Well, it can spell. I don't even like to say doing anything outside of TikTok or use a word, the P word. I don't even like to use that.
Right.
I know I
Yeah.
sound crazy sometimes.
Yes, they're being pretty strict about it. You cannot operate off this app. So it does allow me to write WhatsApp. It tells me, it lets me write the Zoom, that stuff like that. I've been able to write those words. I've been able to say those words. But again, school, that one too. But it's, you just, that LINK, that was one that you can't type. And so just be careful when you're talking about that in your Service Plus. So Richard Sunflower, you asked the question about what is Service Plus. Service Plus is really a way for you to be able to advertise, I guess, or promote your services that you offer. Think about someone who has digital services, not the physical products and stuff, but if you have digital services, if you have um, consultations, coaching, those type of things that you're offering, you can do it. Oh, she went offline. You let yourself down. Okay. I think you let yourself down. Let me know if you dropped down accidentally. But yes, so you can put those services, and there's like a way you can, if you're in your live, you can click your service, you can activate your Service Plus and have your service bio showing. Let me see if I can activate mine while I'm in the live. I don't think I can. I think it's something you have to do before you're live. I don't think I can activate it right now because I don't have it turned on right now. I don't see where I can do that. Let me check. Let me check. I don't see it. No, I don't see it. So it's something you have to do before you're live. I didn't want to be a distraction. You're so sweet. All right, appreciate you. All right, let me know if I answered all your questions. Were there any questions I missed? Patrick, yeah, the water thing is a thing. You got to be careful about drinking on camera. I didn't see your person who's been irritating you. I haven't seen that person, so maybe we should chat. Um, let's see. Uh, I'm seeing a lot of engagement rooms. Yeah, those community guidelines are rolling out, and when it comes to the virtual items policy, that's what they called it. But essentially, that rolled out too. So you gotta be careful about what type of gifts how you're asking for gifts or what you're talking about. When it says send me this, send me that, they're getting flagged. So that's essentially what's happening. Yeah, so I think you should be able to move around as well. I think we just got to be careful. I think we should pause. Pause your live if you need to. Yeah, there are a lot of people who drink on live. Yes, a lot of people move around as part of their sit stream. That's true. I think if you're moving around and the AI is seeing you in that way, but again, it's just a matter of what's being shown. And I think Vibe Wellness situation was a fluke. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think if you're trying to get up and you gotta move and you gotta go somewhere, like there's times my husband, I had to tell him something. I was like, let me pause the live, or if I need to get something, I usually if something's like right here, I'll reach over and get it, or I'll get my water. But for the most part, if I have to get up and walk away, I'll pause the live. Yeah, yeah. So what do you do if you forget your login? For TikTok, I don't know. I think you have to do I'm dealing with that. You made me think of my Yahoo situation. I'm dealing with that for them, but I'm not sure what the process would be. I think you have to do maybe a forgot password. Maybe they have a two-step verification. So make sure you have a recovery email and phone number. Make sure you have them both set up. So that's what I would tell you. Try to make sure you have them both set up. And if you don't, maybe you can submit a help desk ticket for the account you can log into and see if they can recover it for you. That did help one time because my this account was started by, I guess I didn't have this two-step verification, and maybe I had a passcode. That's what they said. I used a passkey. So they had to fix it where a phone number was associated and not the passkey where you could type into your cell phone. And so that's something you might want to do as well. So maybe work with that account that you do have access to make sure you can get the other access. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to chat a little bit more. I do have a hard stop at noon because I have an appointment with someone. And I do need to, is it at noon? Let me just check. I think it's noon. Yep, it is noon. Yep. So I'm meeting at noon. So I'm sure it's you. I was like, I do have a hard stop. You said me. I'm happy I said it. See, I didn't forget about you. Now you know I didn't forget. I was like, come to think of it. So yes, friends. So I do have a hard stop. So I'll probably stop before then because I need to check messages. Thank you so much, friend, for the donuts. I need to check messages because you guys send a lot of messages. I was online with the Yahoo folks. And they trying to hustle me out of some dollars to get my account back up and running. So I'm gonna have to deal with that at some point in the next day or so. But question, what's your question, friend? Did it you pointed up, but I thought I answered your question. Let me know. You said you move around a lot. I see that. What do I do if you forget to log in? Yeah, I answered that. I think you have to go to the help desk. Let me know if there was another question. I would say the account you do have access to, put a help desk ticket in and see if they could answer on how to recover the other account that you don't have access to. If you're talking about for TikTok. I think that's really dumb with TikTok. People that have zillions of followers do their post drinking something. Yes. Yeah. So I will see you later. Take care. Thank you so much, Pastor. I appreciate you, friend. Um, yeah, there are a lot of people who drink constantly. What's wrong with moving around? Oh, what's wrong with moving around? Oh, Vibe Wellness Woman, when she came up, she shared that she was moving around and she got a message from TikTok saying that she needed to she was gonna risk ending her life. Her life was gonna be risked if I don't know what was the cause and effect. What did they say? What was the consequence? I think her life was gonna be ended, but I think it was given a violation for moving, maybe. It, I do know, let me say this, because I had somebody complain about that as well. The quick movements, rapid movements can be problematic for your life. So I'm not saying that you were moving a whole lot, but it could have been like, the whole moving like that could have been problematic. So just depends on what happened. My response was, let's get to the point where if you have to move around, if you're doing a lot, go ahead and pause your live. Pause your live, take your phone, go to another area, get situated. You got 5 minutes to get it all taken care of, and then you can unpause your live. That's what I would say. You got up to 6 times that you can pause your live. That is the rule. So up to 6 times. So I would say pause your live. That may be best. But I don't think she was doing anything wrong. I think that's what we were saying, that maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it was something in terms of the movements. Maybe the AI caught something that they were like, it could have been the movements. But if I heard Vibe Wellness Woman too, she said she was talking about her products too. She was trying to. I don't know if that happened at the same time, but maybe it was the conversation too. Because sometimes the AI is a little delayed. So just recognize that you could have said something. I know that to be true from the Shoppable Lives. The times I've gotten in trouble with them, it was showing an error message, and I had talked about the product 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh, you're talking about that product. You're not talking about the current product. So little stuff like that happens too. No, it wasn't a shoppable. I'm sure it wasn't. It wasn't a shoppable. It was a regular life. I do cleaning and decluttering, so I move all the time. Never got anything. Interesting. Yeah, you're moving, or is your phone moving? Is the live stream moving? Because I think your movement is different from the live stream movement. She was moving the live stream, so that may have been the difference too. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing? Pals, is that what you? Was that you, Pals? It came up so quickly. Pals, Pals, Pals. Let me know, was that you? Hello. You have a new name? Did you change your name, friend? Come on, let me know if you changed your name. Um, Hello, Lafayette, the idea barista. Oh, yes. Okay, I see. That's our conversation. Okay, I got you now. I got you. I was like, wait a minute, what's that past mouse? Oh, you took my advice. Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it, friend. That's good. That's good. That's good. You have a little coffee cup as your symbol. I love it. All right. What else did I say? I was going to recap because Coach Jesse, are you still in the room? I think you are. You asked a question way back about what I was talking about. It was either you or Dr. Trish. When Iridescent was here yesterday, they asked me to recap Iridescent. Um, when she was here yesterday, she came up as a guest. And what I was sharing is that when you have guests, yes, Fred, how you doing? When you have guests, there is this notion. Not sure where it started. I think it's urban legend. It might have been a thing back with TikTok back in the day, but the whole notion that you have to let your guests down. You do not. You do not have to let your guests down. You just saw with Vibe Wellness Woman, she let herself down. But you do not have to let your guests down. It's not the situation where you got to walk them to the door and open up the door for them. You don't have to do that. They can let themselves down. They can disconnect from your live, and that's not a problem. They get a request. Someone's trying to request co-host. They get a summary of their time on your live, how many points they've collected. There's a whole summary screen that pops up, so they can let themselves down. He said, I did know that. Yep, yep. Doc, I wanted to clean out my following of followers. Is there a wrong way to do that? Thank you. A wrong way to clear out your following. You know what? So I don't know the answer to this. I'm just going to speculate what I've heard. Someone said you want to be careful about removing too many people at one time because I think somehow TikTok stops you from doing it, or you get an error message if you do it too quickly. So just know that that may be a thing. I haven't seen that happen. I think I've removed probably like 40 at most I've done in one sitting of following, not followers. Now the banned accounts, I do go in there and remove those on a weekly basis. As a matter of fact, I'm past due. I'm probably due to do it now. So those followers and friends that have been banned, I do go in and clear that out. So on average, I have like 2 or 3 I have to remove. But then in my following, that number, I try to keep that number relatively low. The most you can follow is 10,000 people. So right now, I think I'm right around 4,000. I like to be in the 3,000s, like 3,500 range. So I probably will clear some people out just so that it doesn't get too large. And obviously with the agency, I have to follow all of you in order to be able to put you in a group for the group chats, or even to engage with you. You have to start following people because you're commenting back and forth. So TikTok will put that message like you need to, have you follow this person. So essentially I'm following everybody in the agency. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get that number to the point where I can't follow people anymore. So I usually will go in and delete my following and bring that down some. Okay. How can I teach my viewers how to use a product like an app without TikTok saying I'm leading them off the app? When I say talk about it, I think the idea for me, one of the resources could be, again, activating Service Plus. So if you don't have Service Plus turned on, I would say try to activate that. And then they have a couple resources on the Service Plus page that shows you how to leverage Service Plus. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show you guys because I keep talking about Service Plus. Let me turn it. Let me go to my page. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me go to another page. I'm going to go to my shop page. So under the monetization programs for shop, Service Plus is there. You see the little service with that little arrow that points up. Let me turn my mirror around so you guys can see it correctly. Next to subscription, Service Plus is right there. Will you be at 4? I will be here at 4, friend. So it's under monetization, under tools, under monetization programs. You can also get to it under your live. Under my live it's under tools and resources on the live. Sometimes your live is the box is all here. But for me, it's like a little arrow they fixed. They made it so that it's, stop it. It doesn't never like it when I do this. Do a reverse. Okay. It pops up for me. Sometimes it doesn't pop up for people. It's like all the boxes are there. But Service Plus is right there in the middle for you. So I'm going to click this Service Plus since I'm here by it. Oh, I hit the wrong one. So I'm hitting it right here. So, oh, it's not on. Oh. So like if I hit join, let's see, let me go out of here. So you can join it. Let me see something real quick. Am I gonna be able to get to it on my main account? We'll try it. Okay. Let's see. So I'm on my main account here. I'm gonna hit Service Plus. Let's see. And hold on one second. So I'm not going to turn it on. I gotta be mindful. So here you have, you have all the different things. Join subscription. These are FAQs you could put. You see queues, you see active live events and your subscribers. All that stuff is there. So you can preview it. Let me show you. I'm going to show, let's see. It's not going to show. Okay, that there, you see it? I don't know if you guys can see it. Preview, so you can have different questions. I need to go consultation, viewers, all that stuff. My subscription plans, all that stuff is there. So I say set up your Service Plus because you can pin it. I don't have it turned on right now. I wish I did because I would show you that you can pin it in your live and just talk about the different things that you have available that way. I think that's a great workaround. I was going to show you really quickly under Service Plus, they also have, let me go here. They also have the little light bulb at the top. And I want you guys to kind of go back and look at it. There's a light bulb at the top corner and it tells you the different ways to leverage Service Plus. Convert viewers and just look to maybe I want to buy. Secret to standing out, grab viewers' attention with boards. So they say boards as well. 5 tips, types of live content that sell. 4 reasons why TikTok Live will help with reaching potential customers. So they kind of walk you through some different strategies. So just know that there's some resources there. Look at that and determine what makes sense for your live stream and what you're talking about. But I think pinning the Service Plus could be a great workaround. Especially as you're thinking very intentionally about you want to tell people about the services you have available. Again, just don't say the word link if you can avoid that. I can say it because I got a little link in the corner. So ideally, if TikTok wanted to say something to me, I was like, I'm telling them to click my link. But recognize that that's not the feature that everybody has because this takes you to the Creator Network. So just know that you're going to have to say, okay, what does it look like for you to get additional support from me? And if your Service Plus has an FAQ that speaks to that question, like how do you schedule a one-on-one? To schedule a one-on-one, here's what you did. So just use the Service Plus in that way and just look at it as a way to talk about your services. That bubble on your screen with the words, how do I do this? This is a board. That's a board. This is a board that kind of comes with it. They came together. So under Enhance with the wand, there's different boards in there. So you can click the board feature and you can make your own board, or you can use a default board that's there. Hold on one second. What if I'm educating and how to set up their beacons on or Gamma app? You can, definitely turn on your content disclosure. That's going to be the first thing I say. Turn on your content disclosure. So you're talking about other brands and other apps. If you're going to talk about it, you might say, I'm educating you on how to do this. If you want additional support, you can, visit my profile and get some additional information there. It might be as simple as that. And you're able to kind of direct them there. Or again, if you have your Service Plus, click my Service Plus. You guys can get more information from me. You can learn how to get more access and more information from me. Okay. Natty Nat had 300 plus in her room yesterday. She doesn't boast about it, but wanted to acknowledge her. Awesome, Natty. Natty, was that a pop up? Natty, I don't know if she's still in the room. Natty, was that a pop up? I don't know if she's in the room. You said, wow, wow. Okay, that's perfect. You're welcome, friend. Uh, Not that, the gray one. The gray one came, are they friends? I think they are together. The gray one is like a sideboard. They're both boards. They're both boards. They're both boards. Wow. Let me say this, guys. I mean, and I'm going to be honest with you all. Natty was one of those people where she had the growing pains. She went through it. I don't want you guys to think, oh, she started here and she was, always blowing up. No, no, she started off in small rooms too. She did. And so I think again, her consistency, the things she's doing to engage her viewers, she has different themes that she's utilizing. She is, she's just being consistent too. Just know that that's a big piece of it. She's come up with a schedule. She's added some pop-ups. So just know that that's part of it. I don't want you guys to get disillusioned if your room is not rooming. It is a process, you all. And it's a process to the extent that, a lot of it, you don't see that growth happen immediately, especially if you're not going live like daily. So if you're going live on occasion, you're slowly growing, you're trying to figure out what makes sense for you. It may take a little longer. I just say that to you guys because I don't want you to be discouraged, but it may take a little longer. It may take you being a little bit more creative with how you're setting up your room and your boards and all that other stuff too. Good morning. How you doing, Queen Lock? Appreciate your friend. Okay, but I keep ignoring the board. See there? That's it. Yeah. Everyone live this morning making rounds, showing support. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. I love that. Yes, you said yes. That's me. Thank you. How you doing, Ray? Appreciate your friend. Hey, ladies. Dr. Lisa, I'll see you in a few. Yes, you will, friend. Yeah, I'm gonna get off shortly. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're curious about the Creator Network, I need to lowercase my a. Is Chantel in the room? She's like, maybe make the a lowercase. Because people were asking, like, what is a Creator Network? Creator Network Agency. So I think people were confused, but let me know if you have any questions. If you're not already with the agency. And if you are with the agency, let me know if you want me to sign you up for promote. I still got coupons. I do. I still have coupons. I don't want to make it seem like I ran out. I do have a list though, but I still have enough to support easily another 15 or so people. So let me know if you're interested in that. I sent you an email because I wasn't able to join the Zoom yesterday. I sent you. Did I send you the link? Let me know if I sent you the link. Was that the problem? You said you sent me an email. You sent me an inbox message, maybe? I don't see an email. I don't see an email. Wouldn't let me on. It wouldn't let you on. Interesting. You got to register, and in that registration, you got to put your email you want it to go to. And then you should get an email confirmation for it. Yeah. Informative that is. You're welcome, friend. Appreciate it. Are you sending me the information? I send it to everybody. Yeah. You got that. I email it out because it's easier just to send it out to the group as opposed to segmenting out people. So it went out to everybody. I sent the recording and the notes to everyone as well. When is the next Zoom? So that was a beginner Zoom on Wednesday that I do. My weekly meetings have been Sunday at 6:30. So I'll do Sunday's meeting as well. So we're gonna do Sunday at 6:30. But let me know. Maybe I'll send out a poll or something. I know it's a holiday weekend, so I don't want to add another thing to do if people are not going to be around. But maybe that's not bad if it's a holiday weekend and it's fewer people in the room. So just let me know what people are thinking. I'm in your group. I did subscribe to you. Did you really? Let's see, Red. Red, am I in your group? No, this is the agency. So TikTok approved me for to be a creator network agency. So that's what we're talking about now. So I'm a creator network agency. Let me explain what that is. Patrick, you say yes if your room is not rooming. Sounds right. I must think about doing more. Yep, yep. It takes time too. It takes time. Keep going. Congratulations. Thank you so much, friend. So so if you click the link in the corner here, you can apply. It's a free initiative. Essentially, TikTok pays you the same way, and they pay agencies not the same way, not the same amount either. But they do pay you, and they pay agencies. They um, they pay you guys up to 53%. So when I say not the same amount, y'all get more. Let me just be clear about that. So 53% goes to you. TikTok takes the 47%, and then they give a few percent to the agency. And then as the agency grows and stuff, there's some bonuses that can potentially happen. But essentially, that means everybody got to go live, everybody got to stay consistent, everybody got to be doing everything. And the agency will will offer support to the live hosts and grow as well. But the agency services I offer is hosting services, training. I come live twice a day, answer questions. I bring new information to you guys. We talk about monetization strategies. We're talking about advocacy if your live is in at risk of getting violations or if you get banned. So all that comes with the support from my creator network. All agencies operate differently. I will be the first to say the way I operate is probably a little bit hands-on and unorthodox and probably offer a lot of value. I'm just gonna say that. I offer a lot of value and not to the point that other people are doing the same thing. So just but again I tell people I want to treat people the way I want it to be treated. I have questions just like y'all have questions. I want answers. I want to figure things out. I'm inquisitive. I like all that. And many of the people who are in the agency are the same exact ways. So we working together. We're trying to grow together. We're trying to make sure we answer questions. We get information. I offer strategies and tips to help with your live stream. So that's what I do. So ultimately, I want you all to be successful. If you guys are successful, then I'm successful. You say you're the best. And so that's the way I have to treat this. I was like, you know what? I may be playing the long game here, and I talking to Coach Jesse. I was kind of giving her kind of like, hey, this is not an overnight thing. This is something where this is the long game in terms of helping people. And my approach is the long approach, to be honest with you, because I support people who are still new to going live, still getting acclimated to the live streaming process. And because of that, maybe they may not go as frequently. Because of that, maybe they may not do things as fast as other creators are doing when it comes to the battles and all this other stuff. And other agencies have requirements. You got to go live so many days a week, and you got to do so many battles and all that stuff. I don't do all that because I know my audience. My audience is me. I wasn't comfortable with all that. Now, because I know what I know and I haven't peeked behind the curtain now, I can say, okay, here's how I can support you in your growth strategy. Here's some things you might want to consider and do if you're looking at doing this in a more consistent basis. If you want to see your room get to rooming, then there's some things that you're going to have to change about your live stream, or there's some things you might want to consider. I love your approach. Very patient. I got to be very patient. That's it. That's so right. We win when you win. That's it. Amen. Amen. So, just knowing that that's the approach I'm taking, I know that's unorthodox, but at the same time, I think that's the best way to support people. Yes, I am not either. I get like, no, I can't do this battle. Well, you know the battle, what we do friendly battles. Coach Jesse is doing an awesome job with coordinating and training and supporting, and we're doing it in a way that's comfortable for people. Whether it's monthly or if you want to do it weekly, it's totally up to you. If you want to do it more often than that, that's totally up to you. There are all types of people already engaging in the process. There's people who are like, I ain't ready yet, and there's people who are like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll try it. And then there's people who do it like every day as part of their learning process. Their live streaming, so they do it quite often. And so just recognizing there's different levels to it, and it's up to you in terms of how you want to engage in the process. Um, What I wasn't afforded was someone who was going to help me understand and train and learn about it. And so that's what we're doing. And there's some phenomenal people in this agency already that's like, okay, we know a little bit. Let's work together. Let's learn together. And Coach Jesse, you put that in here. What did you put, Fran? She said, friends and learn battles. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yep. Okay, so where do I sign up in your group? Schedule will be given today. Okay, thank you, Coach Jesse. Um, yes, so click the link. Click the link in the corner. That's the application. It's really quick. You just click and it comes into the system. I'll check and see if you're eligible. TikTok does have rules. So let me explain what TikTok's rules are in terms of what makes someone eligible or not. What's the total turnaround time for quitting an agency to join? Oh, okay. Okay. Let me answer your question as if you didn't put that last two words in there. Because I can't coach or poach people who are with agencies, but I can tell you the process. So, when it comes to the process, you when it comes to the process, you will have to go to your creator network first and talk to them. That's the PC answer. Got to go talk to them, and then in the creator network area, let me show you where the creator network is broadly. Okay, I'm going to show you all in the room where it's at, and you can decide on how you want to approach that. Good morning, family. How are you? How you doing, Kim? How you doing, Coach Rhonda? See you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you where it's at, and when you go on your profile, you go to your Creator Network tab. Under that tab is information surrounding what you want to do with your accounts, your relationship. Okay, so here's what you need to know. If you're with an agency, and this is for everybody, even with my agency, if you're with an agency for less than 15 days, you have an out clause. You can say, oh, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm gonna quit. Um, if you go over 15 days, you have the ability to give a 30-day notice. Essentially, you have to let them know 30-day notice to say I'm not, interested in staying on. And if you give your 30-day notice, you can always rescind that and say, okay, never mind, I want to stay. So that's totally up to you. After those 30 days, you have to wait 2 months before you can go to another agency. So, for example, if you gave your 30-day notice, so it's technically 90 days. So if you gave your 30-day notice today, August 28th, September 28th, you're done with your 30 days. And then October 38th is 1 month that you have to wait. And then November 28th is the second month. So after November 28th, you can go to another Creator Network agency. That's the rule. That's essentially what you have to do. Okay. So, so again, I can't coach or poach people, but that is essentially the process. You can go and talk to your agency first and get a sense of what you need to do. Yeah, yep. So right before December at that point. Yep. So you can talk to them and just kind of get a sense of what you want to do and how you want to move forward. But that's essentially what would happen. Okay. Let me know if you click the agency link. Let me know, and I will check to see if you're eligible. So TikTok has a couple different rules. TikTok says if you're with an agency already, you can't join another agency. So we just talked about that. Red. I am clicking to see if you're eligible, friend. Oh, you are. Ray, you been going live? Let me know. You've been going live. You have been, apparently, because you didn't get. So I was about to say, TikTok has a rule. If you have not been going live, you have to do a 10-minute trial live. You didn't get that message, so you are good. I just sent you the invitation. So let me talk about what that means. Let's see, friend. I just sent you the invitation. I'm going to go on my shop page so you can see where you go retrieve that. Okay? So you're here. Just show you where I'm not mirrored. So you see inbox. Hey, Sarah, how are you? You see inbox here. So with the inbox message, you're going to click your inbox and you'll see where it has, okay, where is it at? Okay, at the top. It's at the top. System notifications. That's what you're going to click. There's a system notification you just got. Okay, So you got a system notification that said, okay, a creator network has invited you to join. You're going to click that and you'll follow the steps to accept it. Once you accept it, then I'm gonna see that you accept it, and then I'm gonna send you my website. TikTok does not make it clickable. It's gonna be in your inbox also. So it's gonna be a message directly from Dr. Lisa. I do have some imposters, so just make sure you get the right Dr. Lisa. Oh, we hit 50K too. Look at you guys. Awesome. Thank you so much for supporting. And so with that, you'll get an inbox from me, and it's going to tell you I'm going to tell you to copy paste my link into a browser, and then you have to fill up my Stand Store contact form. That's how I get your email and stuff, so I can send you messages. And then ultimately, you'll get a confirmation email after you hit submit with your contact information. You'll get a confirmation email that has the links to my WhatsApp and my school community. So those two things you can join. And then I'm also going to put you on a TikTok group so you can share out your live stream, you can share out your content so people can help engage with it. Okay? So it's been good. I mean, people have been coming by lives and supporting. I want you to build your own community, but even in the agency, people are supporting each other. So it's been a great, great experience. Thank you so much, Sarah. Back to the grindstone. I see you. Have a great day, friend. Thank you so much. Yes, Natty Nat. Did she come in the room? She did, didn't she? Did I see Natty Nat? Yes. Look at you, friend. I heard your room was rooming. 300 plus. Thank you so much. Proud LYIA member. Thank you so much, friend. I see you, Sarah. Sarah, hopefully your school year is going well so far. So yeah, Natty, are you in the room still? Natty, you're doing it, friend. So that's awesome. I gotta stop by. Natty does the chair workouts. Just so that you guys know, she does the bench chair workout, which is really, really great. And so she has a lot of people who are in the room. They're following her. She's doing her little thing and the music going. So it's fun. It's fun to watch her. It is a workout, y'all. It is a workout. So she is doing it. All right, friends, I'm going to head off shortly. Any last minute questions? Anything I forgot to mention, let me know. Hey, I'm here, yeah. When are you working out again? Because was yesterday a pop-up? What was yesterday? She shares so much joy with her chair workout. She does. I love it. It is awesome. It is awesome. Was that a pop-up? I felt like it was a pop-up, but was that your regular one? I need to pay attention to your schedule too. Because you're going probably when I'm live. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, okay, that was your regular schedule. Was that like doing a 5 o'clock hour Eastern? I can't remember. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's doing it. It's awesome. Natty, you know what, Natty, do you mind coming up for a second? Let me know if you mind chatting a little bit, because I guess I want to make sure we help others as they think about their live stream. I would love for you to talk just briefly about your process and your journey. You want to talk real quick, or can you talk? Let me know if you can. If not, maybe you can come at my 4 o'clock or maybe tomorrow. I think that would be helpful for people to see. You said I'm working at the same time now. At the same time, like, okay. But let me get rid of this call. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to get off shortly anyway. I was just trying to see if you were available now. I totally get it, friend. Maybe we can coordinate a time for you to come up and chat with people about it. Because I wanted to just normalize, because I know Natty Nat from when with my Instagram group chat. She was part of that community, and she was growing and trying to figure things out, and she was getting things moving and shaking then, but it was like a slow climb. You know, it was something she was doing, and she was just trying to figure out how she can make this part of her schedule. So I remember her early in that stage. So I just wanted to give that perspective, because I think Natty Nat, in terms of being consistent, you can put this in the chat if you hear me, in terms of being consistent, it's like, is it April-ish? I feel like consistency just started to evolve in the last 4 months or so. So it's been a climb. I just want to put that in perspective for people. It hasn't been like a quick, lightning in a bottle success story. She's been at this for a minute. And it's important for you guys to recognize that. and then her schedule, her changes. She's had a couple of different changes in format. She's been doing some different things. So just know that she's kind of played around with some different formats, and so now the algorithm is favoring her. Okay. So just pay, just recognize that sometimes it takes a little time. Vibe Wellness Woman is another one. She's had some success in her room growing. Obviously because her room is similar to many of us, where she's talking in the camera, she's sharing value and information, and hers is a knowledge-based learning room. So that matters to that is a different type of experience and live stream to the people who are doing some type of sensory type experience when you're working out, or you're doing the sound healing, or if you're doing the cooking. So it's just a difference in your live stream. Good to know. Yes, I'm trying different things. Yep, that's it. Yeah. So it's a different thing when you come in and you're just sharing your knowledge, and people are like, do I want to stop and listen? Do I want to take this in? Interesting. So this is just a different thing. Bubbly personality helps a lot. It does. It does. Natty is so energetic too with it. So personality matters. Um, just your overall aura matters. I'm just gonna say that. Sometimes people come into a room because they feel like, what, this is a person I want to listen to. This is a person I know, like, and trust. I say that all the time. And then just the overall aesthetics of what they're doing has me engaged. When I think about the sound healing, her little lights and stuff, I'm like, oh shoot, and the music. You just listen, you just kind of like that. But again, it just depends on where you're at, and what you're doing at that time that makes you want to stop that scroll, and you want to just lock in. Okay. And there's a few people who are having success with people locking into what they're saying. Kim Love Jones, her room is rooming lately. She changed her time. She was a time switch. She did. She changed her time. And the sleep in that helps. It does help. Yeah, so Kim Love Jones changed her time. She was reluctant. She was like, oh my gosh. So she starts now in the evening. She goes from 8:30 to probably like 11. So anywhere between 8 and 11. So she's doing 90 minutes to an hour. Yeah, she goes late now. Yep, yep. And she changed her time, and her room has been favorable to her live stream. It has been favorable. So she's been able to do a little bit better with people coming in and staying. Now I will say this, and I don't want you to say, you said I'm exhausted. Kim, you are helping the people. Yeah, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you and me. You are helping the people, okay? They need you. They need your relationship advice wisdom, okay? People will be without relationships without you. You said I just got up from a nap. I know you, dear friend. People need you. Now I was about to say, good morning. How you doing, Lisa? I was about to say, you know, the switch in time was helpful too for the people on the West Coast. Because there's people getting off work. There's people who are settling in when they get home. They turn on their Kim Love Jones. And they're like, let me listen to her. Because she going to help me get through this bad breakup. She going to help me understand I'm bigger than this. So that's what's happening, Kim. You helping the whole nation, all right? Whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, you can dial in to Kim Love Jones. So and I know you needed that, friend, but they need your words of wisdom. So that happens too. So just pay attention to the algorithm a little bit. I attempted to change, but you know what? I'm gonna stay the course. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. I appreciate you, friend. Glow turmeric. That's why I do late lives, because my West Coast is bigger audience. Yes, it is. I'm just gonna say. Some of y'all might. I ain't gonna say everybody need to be up late, because Dr. Lisa ain't gonna be with y'all. I may be with y'all, so because I do, y'all see me lately. I've been trying to chime in and go around to different rooms and stuff, and just engage from that perspective, because I know some of y'all are late night folks, and I want to make sure I'm supporting and pushing y'all out there too, so that people can see you and I share your lives and stuff. But just think about a variety of audiences that you can reach. So late night is not necessarily the answer. I'm not telling you that, but it is important for you to look at your data, look at your algorithm, and see what else is being presented to you. Now, I looked at my data. It's actually interesting when I do the live event schedule. It's not showing a recommendation for 1 o'clock anymore, so I'm waiting for it to pop up and give me a new one. When I look at my analytics, it is saying that my time at 4 o'clock is still a good time. My 10 o'clock, maybe not as much, but the 4 o'clock is still kind of on the cusp of being a good time. I think it still likes 5 and 6 o'clock better. But sometimes I stay longer and people start coming to my live around then anyway, depending on if I stay longer. You said I have a question. I'll be quick. Okay, you want to come up? Okay, perfect. Hello.
Give me a second, Mama. Hello. I'm
Hello.
so sorry. I just wanted to ask a really quick question. I'm thinking of changing the 12 p.m. when I do the health education to a little bit later. And I'm thinking of going back to my old time at 3 p.m. because I can work with that longer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, versus the 12 p.m. By the time I feel like I work so hard, for the 2 hours, and then I'm like, okay, I did my 2.5 hours, and I still don't see the amount of people that I would like to see come into the room. So I'm like, maybe I just need to go a little bit later so I can catch the folks that are coming out of work and whatever the case may be. So I was thinking of doing 3 p.m. and at times, if the room is roomy, I can stay on a little bit later to even making, that 3 hour mark. Do you think that will be helpful since I've been going live now for about two, maybe even at times 2:15 or 2.5 hours? Do you think that's going to help me?
Yes, so TikTok does want you to stay longer. Longer better. So I would definitely err on a time that's going to allow you that ability to stay a little longer if you can. 90 minutes, 2 hours. TikTok have you at 2 hours and 50 minutes as a recommended time frame. So almost
Okay,
three
so
hours. Yeah. Yeah.
because if I do start at 3, and I usually don't really start, you don't really start at 3. You're inviting people, you're sharing, you're tapping, you're asking people to tap and share. So you usually don't start at 3 on the dot. You might start more around 3:30, and then you know you kind of like just take off. And I was thinking, that might be more better for me because I'm always pushing, running late for the 12 o'clock, and I've been late, and I don't like that inconsistency.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, just asking out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, try it. So, see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know that, you don't have to stay with that time. You can decide to make a shift. Also, look at the algorithm when you look at your live analytics.
Yeah, it's telling me 7 p.m.
Mm,
and I don't know if I could do 7.
okay.
Um, I'm not sure. I thought about it. It's just like it's my unwinding time in the
Mm-hmm.
evening,
Mm-hmm.
and I get tired like around by
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock. I'm like in bed already.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you know already off the jump it's not going to be helpful for you in terms of your well-being and overall consistency at it, don't do it. Don't do
So
it.
I might touch the 7 p.m. I might be able to stay on until maybe 7:30.
Okay.
But I don't, or possibly 8 o'clock. But I don't think it'll be past that time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Kim, I'm seeing your comments. You said she sounds like you, and you said 2 hours and what? I said 2 hours and 50, 50, so almost 3 hours. That's what TikTok was recommending for me. Um, and yeah, so I mean, Kim, I know this is week one of that shift, and in this week, I mean, you've seen, I mean, analytics wise, she's seen a lot of new followers. I think I saw on one of your streams you got 48 new followers. One of your live streams. It was like a huge number of new followers. She's getting a whole lot more views. It's like 2,000 plus views that are coming in terms of those
Is it
view impressions.
is it because she changed her time, but she went longer as well? She did longer.
I don't know if she's going necessarily longer. Are you going longer also? I think she's still doing like a 2 hour, maybe 2.5 hour live stream, depending on when she goes live.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it
Well,
didn't
we'll
go
see what
longer. Yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah. So
Thank you,
see,
Dr. Lisa.
you're welcome. But be patient. That's all I have to say. Be patient. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, it's going to happen overnight. Now, Kim, again, she's a great
Right.
example of someone who's been going. You've been in the game for easily 4, 5, maybe even 6 months, because I think she was like a February, March, April start. So yeah, so she was in that time frame where she had her views went up and then they dipped down, and now I think she's on a climb again. I will say this though, and let me say this out loud because I probably need to reiterate this more. When you start rooming and climbing, April, because she started in April. When you start your room is rooming. TikTok expects the payout. So that means that people need to be engaging in your live. Okay?
Okay.
So those numbers need to reflect engagement because your numbers will dip down again. I'm just gonna say that out loud. So there is this kind of expectation that people with that push of people in your room, you'll see that climb go, and if people are not, and you're not giving them cues to engage. There's a few people I need to talk to about that because they're seeing the numbers, but it's not correlating to how they're talking about engaging in my life.
And
Okay,
engagement means tapping the screen,
tapping
sharing
the
out
screen
the live
in
and the comments.
in the comments, in the gifting, hit my
And
live
the
goal. Yeah, all that. Yep. It all works
gifting is
together.
a little bit difficult because you can't really say anything.
Well, you can say, hey guys, I have a live call there. Make sure you
I
subscribe
mean,
to, yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
flash goal, yeah.
the flash goal, my live goal. If you want to go ahead and click my photo, you can see my gift gallery. Yeah, you can say stuff like that. You don't have to say send me a whale. You don't have to say that, but
Okay.
you can point out the things that you have in your live stream. You can have your viewers wish lit up. That's the new feature. So they're
I don't
doing
know.
stuff.
Oh, I saw that, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do it. Okay,
Yeah,
but I did see that.
yeah.
The
So
viewers wish.
yeah. So they're looking for ways for you to encourage people to engage in your live stream. Yeah. So that is something you want to pay attention to.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I saw a TikTok I post the other day. She's a teacher. She's a math teacher. By day, I think she's in Florida and or California. I'm not, two separate places, but anyway, she's a teacher by day and she's an engagement. She has an engagement room. She has a lot of following, and I think she was recommended by someone. I'm not sure, but I looked her up and I was in her one of her lives. I think it was like a Saturday morning. She had like 500 plus people in her room,
Mm-hmm.
and she was trying to make it to like the top. I guess I'm gonna mess this up, but she was like the top room for that day at
Mm-hmm.
that time, and she was trying to make it to like number one, but she made it to number three. But she was literally asking her audience to send like a universe, send
Mm.
universe, and they on her end they send her a restriction, and she's like, I'm gonna have to appeal this now. But we made it to top number three.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Yeah. All right, friends. I got 1 minute. I gotta head over to some sugar before she pops in here and be like, "Where you at?" Kim, did you want to
thank you,
comment?
Dr.
You're welcome, friend. Take care. Kim, did you have a quick question? Let me know, friend, because I saw where you requested. Yeah, I'm gonna let you up real quick.
Hey, Dr. Lisa, real quick. My issue is not the amount of people that are in my room. Y'all forgive me. I'm getting dressed, so I haven't been tapping or doing anything.
That's okay.
Um, I'm sorry, because usually I'm on it, but I just woke up.
That's
But um, my issue is getting gifters. And I'm not doing this quote unquote for the money,
no, you're not.
but even reaching my, what do you call that? My flash goal.
Your flash go
Like getting people
yeah
to come into the room,
and
and,
engage.
and sometimes I hate to hit the button to even do the flash goal,
Yeah, me too.
but it'll give me like a daily heart meter,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
and it'll be seven, and I might have 20 people in the room, and those 20 people people, at least 15 of them have already did they did
Yeah,
copy.
that was
You
my
understand
dilemma.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is that and the fact that
Let me.
this week and last week,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's happening with the gifting. I get it. I don't always have a coin either. I have to, cash in my, what I earn or whatever to get. So I get it. But I'm like, I don't even know how to introduce, to say to people, because if it was about money, I wouldn't be doing this for 15 years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
My coaching.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you appreciate me? I don't know how to do that. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like,
Let's chat about it on Sunday on Zoom. So I don't want to do it here, but let's talk about it on Sunday. So
okay,
Sunday on Zoom, we'll
okay,
make this part of the conversation. I'll put that on there and we can just kind of talk through it and just see if there's some other
yes,
strategies. I'm gonna say, like, look at this as a way to do it. That's something maybe you can point to. I think there is something to be said about just educating your community a little bit more. Maybe have your moderators, because you do have moderators too, and just tasking them to kind of support a little bit more. And and so because of your topic and you're offering so much value, um, you probably could make this like, hey guys, we got to do a little bit of the work on the front end so we can do the learning and stuff on the back end. So that way TikTok understands we're here, we're engaging. And I think you have an ability to kind of bring people along and get people to understand what they need to do. But it's just going to take a little bit more time. But I will say this, just off numbers, you're actually trending pretty well in terms of your community. They support. You have a community of a lot of supporters. Like you said, there's the little things like the flash goal. There's some things that could happen more consistently, but for the most part, you're doing well. So, but let's talk offline. I have to head to my meeting, my Zoom meeting. I hate that I have to
okay.
run, but we'll make this part of the Zoom conversation too. Okay.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right,
Take
have
care.
a blessed day, everybody.
All right. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, friends. Appreciate you all. Let me head out. I will see you guys at 4:00. Appreciate everybody here. Okay. Bye bye. All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming in.